Hello? Lyra? It's Aunt Valia from Saratov. Hard to forget a voice like that, loud, blunt, impossible to miss. And honestly, Lyra would have preferred to talk to just about anyone else. Listen, here's the thing, Aunt Valia went on. We're heading to Moscow, gonna check out the capital, you know. You'll host us, right? Of course, Lyra replied calmly. Why wouldn't I? At that very moment, a plan started forming in her head, a plan she'd reveal later. Oh. I thought you were still mad at me, her aunt said, surprised. And why would you think that? Well, you've been giving me looks lately. Remember when you came to Saratov to visit your parents, and we all got together? Oh, come on, Aunt Valia, Lyra brushed it off. What's done is done. Aunt Valia was thrilled. What a wise, understanding niece she had. Sure, she'd been blunt again, said everything straight to Lyra's face. But what's wrong with honesty, right? Better the bitter truth than a sweet lie. That was just who Aunt Valia was, she always said exactly what she thought, whether it was appropriate or not. What really stung Lyra was that moment when her aunt, right in front of the whole family, started lecturing her. Being 25 and unmarried was shameful. Especially painful since Lyra had just gone through a breakup, a detail no one else knew. So what, you think I should just marry whoever? Lyra had snapped back then. Not now, Aunt Valia smirked. But in a couple of years, you won't have a choice. No thanks. I'd rather stay single my whole life. You think too much, Lurka. You won't make it alone. Watch me. Now let's end this conversation. But no, Aunt Valia kept going, piling on advice. Personal boundaries? Never heard of them. That visit ended in a full-blown argument. And now here she was, calling like nothing happened, planning to visit, fully expecting Lyra to welcome her with open arms. Should I bring you anything? Maybe some homemade preserves? No need, Lyra replied. We've got everything in Moscow. Oh please, store-bought is nothing compared to our homemade Saratov stuff. Then bring whatever you want. All right. Can you meet us at the train station? I'm afraid I can't. You'll have to get here on your own, I'll text you the address. There was a pause. Actually, one more thing, Aunt Valia hesitated. I'm not coming alone. Kolya will be with me, and Vadik, and Alia. You okay hosting all of us? No problem, Lyra said. Come on over. We're family, after all. She hung up, already rubbing her hands together in anticipation. Aunt Valia stared at the slip of paper with the address, double-checking it. Kolya. Come on, grab the suitcases. Why do I have to carry everything myself? Uncle Kolya grumbled. Am I the only one here? What, your niece couldn't even bother to meet us? At least she could have helped with the luggage. There's an elevator in the building, Lyra had said earlier. You'll get up just fine. Would it kill you to help? Uncle Kolya had shouted into the phone, clearly cut from the same cloth as his wife. 7th floor. I'll be waiting. Now he kept complaining as he hauled the bags. I knew it, Lurka's gotten full of herself. Living in Moscow, thinks she's some kind of star now. Forgot where she came from. Tell me about it, Aunt Valia nodded. That's exactly it. So why did we even come to her? Uncle Kolya grumbled. We should have just stayed at a hotel. Aunt Valia shot him a look. Are you out of your mind? Have you seen prices here? You can't afford that. This isn't Saratov, Kolya. He went quiet after that. They finally reached the floor. Apartment 73, this should be it. They rang the doorbell. Then again. And again. Then started knocking. No answer. That's weird, maybe she can't hear? Aunt Valia muttered. Try again. Just as they were about to start another round, the door suddenly opened. A sleepy young man stood there, squinting at them. The relatives were, to put it mildly, confused. "Where's Lyra?" Aunt Valia demanded. "Lyra?" The guy blinked. "What Lyra?" "Our Lyra," she snapped. "Who are you? And why are you here?" Now Aunt Valia was getting worked up. "Are you trying to mess with us? Go get Lyra right now." "There's no Lyra here," the guy said, annoyed. "Get out of here." He tried to close the door, but Aunt Valia shoved her foot in. "Ma'am, what are you doing?" "I'll call the police." "For what?" "We came to visit our niece." The noise drew out a girl in a robe. "And who's that?" Aunt Valia demanded. "That's my girlfriend," the guy replied. "See? There's no Lyra here." Now it slowly started clicking for him. "Wait, what's your niece's last name?" "Romanova." "Oh. I see what's going on." "Well, I don't." Uncle Kolya snapped. "Can someone explain what the hell is happening here?" "Just a second," the young man said, pulling out his phone and dialing. At that same moment, Lyra's phone was blowing up with calls from her ex. She hadn't blocked him on purpose, she'd expected exactly this. Finally, she picked up. "Lyra, what is this supposed to mean?" he demanded. "You want to explain something to me?" "Why would I explain anything to you?" she shot back. "You're the one who cheated, not me. Or did you forget?" "That's not what I mean. Why are your relatives at my door?" "Oh, probably came to visit me." "Are you serious right now? Why did you give them my address?" Lyra couldn't hold it in anymore, she burst out laughing. "You know what? I think you two are perfect for each other. You'll definitely find something to talk about." "Have you lost your mind?" he snapped, his voice rising. "Oh, did I ruin your plans?" she said sweetly. "Don't worry, Olesya won't mind having guests, right? Lyra." "Alright, I gotta go. Busy day." And she hung up. The guy cursed under his breath. Not just from this situation, but because Lyra wasn't answering anymore. He turned back to the relatives and explained everything. "So, she doesn't live here?" Aunt Valia asked, stunned. "Nope. She moved to Sochi a month ago." "You didn't know?" "No one told us," she muttered. "Wow. Some family," he said dryly. "Alright, good luck." He tried to close the door, but Aunt Valia once again stuck her foot in. "So what are we supposed to do now? Where do we go?" "Not my problem," he said flatly. "Goodbye." And this time, he shut the door. The relatives dragged their suitcases back downstairs. Lyra didn't answer their calls anymore. The only consequence? Later, her mom gave her a long lecture about how you shouldn't treat family like that, no matter what. But Lyra knew Aunt Valia too well. Even if she had said no, they still would have shown up, if not in Moscow, then in Sochi. Looking for a free vacation. At least now? No one would be showing up uninvited anymore.